Today's going to be a cold, I shouldn't say cold, cooler, but rainy kind of crappy day. So I'm going to do some work on this trailer I've been putting off, and now I really need to get it done. You can see that hitch is actually, the receiver is twisted and bent, and it's a 1 7/8 hitch. I prefer to have 2-inch hitches on all my trailers and stuff. This is the only one I have left that's 1 7/8. Other issue I have is that I got a winch right here and it's too low. So when I'm pulling stuff up, sometimes the cable will rub against this and it'll rub against the other side, causing resistance when you're pulling stuff up. So today what I've got, alright, so in here I have picked up a mount for a winch that's going to go into a hitch, and I want to raise that up. So I bought this 6-inch hitch riser. I'm going to make this so it fits on top of that, the frame of the trailer, and then hook the winch up to that. Here's my 2-inch ball. I got to swap back onto my ATV now because I just had the 1 7/8. But I'm also want to install, I had been using just a regular winch type thing, you know, a hand winch controller, and unfortunately we do things that we're really not supposed to with that winch and that trailer, which is why the hitch is bent up a little bit too. But I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and I was helping a friend up here at the lake, and we were taking probably about a 600 or so to 800 pound rock. He wanted it for a step for his garage, so we're dragging it out of the woods, and we finally got it. I used my ATV. We finally dragged it out onto the dirt road, and then winched it up on the trailer using that winch. And man, that was it was very sketchy. One of the problems is that if that had snapped for any reason and that thing had come flying back, I don't want to be anywhere near that. So what I've got here is a remote winch wireless controller, and this is a forward reverse polarity controller. I'm going to install those on that winch so I can actually stand out of the way for winching up something stupid. And here's a new 2-inch coupler. I'm going to put this on there, and that will hopefully get rid of my issue of having to swap out ball hitches all the time. Now I'll only have to do it for my big car trailer, which is I think it's like a 2 7/8 or something. It's a big ball hitch, but now everything will basically be standard for 2-inch. Still a little bit early in the morning here, so I don't want to start using the cutoff wheel yet on that, so I'm going to just start taking off some of this stuff. I'll take the winch off, start doing some of that prep work, writing down everything I need, because I'm going to have to run to the store, get some grade 8 bolts, and a few other miscellaneous things, some wiring ends. So I'm kind of just trying to figure out the layout here. I may end up mounting this backwards like you see it just here, so that I can easily swap out and change the winch out, because that is an ancient winch I had for many years. Actually, I think I used to have it on my ATV over here before I changed it for the plow, and that thing is probably not going to last all that much longer. And if I want to put a bigger one on to do something, I'd like to be able to easily swap this in and out which is why I wanted to have a trailer hitch type setup. Put the pin in, you know, let's get that lined up so we can see how close we are. So we can put the pin in and then pull the pin out and actually take the whole plate out along with the winch itself, in and out. And I'm just gonna have to see how much room with the winch on it would I have for moving in and out. Yeah, I should be able to get this thing pulled in and out of that. I may just go back just a hair more back here, and then that'll give me just a little bit more clearance. So let's give that a try. We're gonna see how this goes. I have used this before, but only for light duty stuff. This drill press in here, running it off my solar setup and inverter in this shed, kind of the shop here up. But this is fairly heavy, and I've got 2 holes to drill down through here for mounting. So this may be hopefully not too much for this solar setup to handle. I think we'll be okay. So I'm gonna end up getting that worked on now. I'm gonna figure out exactly where I'm gonna start drilling these holes, get them drilled through, and then I'll have to do some drilling outside on the trailer. That's not a big deal. I have to grab a long extension cord too, because my cutoff wheel and grinder up here is electric. I don't have my battery op one up here, so I'll have to run that off this inverter too. That shouldn't be any issue at all. I mean, I've used my chainsaw sharpener up here on the bench. I've used that grinder itself many times, some drills. So the only thing I'm sweating a little bit is how this drill press is going to work on this. Alright, so there's a lot of cutting and welding, a lot of cutting and grinding. As you can see, I had to cut that whole hitch off. And what I'll do is when I get back with this trailer at some point, for now, I'm just going to put 2 grade 8 bolts through here and hold that on for the time being. And then when I get back to my welder, I will end up putting some bead on that as well to try to make it a little bit stronger. But I just need to mark off where I'm going to drill for those holes, and then put a couple of those bolts through. And like I said, hopefully that'll be more of a temporary solution. That's pretty much where I want it. So once I get that done, I'm going to hit this with some black paint just to kind of cover up that bare metal, and then I'm going to head out real quick and grab the stuff I need. I need some hardware. Well, I got the hardware all on, and here's what I like so far. Again, I will do some welding on that just to shore that up, but those are 7/16 bolts. They didn't have any in grade 8, so I just went with the standard. Those are pretty thick bolts. I don't think I'm going to have an issue. And again, it's just a small trailer. Those are grade 8. I needed 6-inch, so they did have those. And I put this on here. Doesn't need it. These are plenty strong enough. However, I put it there just for a little extra security, and also for another place to be able to hook up my bungee straps and stuff too. So One thing I don't like, and this I can fix pretty easy, I'll probably just take a bunch of duct tape, wrap it around this hitch piece, because it's sloppy. And I've done that before in the past where I don't like something rattling around. So I'll build up a bunch of duct tape, put it in there, it'll be nice and snug. And however, it may not even matter much, because the other beautiful thing is that plenty of room. Let's see if I can grab this with one hand here. Plenty of room to just take it out and then slide it right back in when I need it. That's what I want. That's convenient. I'm going to mount the controller for the wireless winch controller underneath there, and it's up nice and high now, so the cable won't rub on anything when it's being used. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that so far.